We'll start today's session. Yesterday we had explained about how to create the AD account. So now today we will see how to join the client machine to domain. Then we'll try to log in and we'll create one more account and group. So we'll try to understand more on it. Okay. तो कल जैसा कि हमने अकाउंट क्रिएट किया, ग्रुप किया, सिक्योरिटी ग्रुप, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ग्रुप, अकाउंट का प्रॉपर्टीज वगैरह हमने सब समझा, पासवर्ड रीसेट का कैसा करना है या पासवर्ड क्या रखना है, उसके टैब्स डिफरेंट, जैसा फ़ोन नंबर के टैब, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के टैब, मैनेजर के, ये सब डिटेल हमने देखा है कल। तो हमने अभी डोमेन तो बनाया है, अभी हमको क्लाइंट मशीन को किस तरह ज्वाइन कराना है, मतलब क्लाइंट मशीन कैसा उसको कम्युनिकेट करेगा। ठीक है, तो वो हमको समझना है। तो अभी हमने डोमेन को स्टार्ट करता हूँ और एक क्लाइंट विंडोज 10 का मशीन है उसको भी स्टार्ट करता हूँ मैं। सो विल सी हाउ टू ज्वाइन इट। तो कल हमने देखा कि ज्वाइन करने जा रहे थे बट एरर दे रहा था, तो हमको अभी ट्रबल शूट करना है एक्चुअली प्रॉब्लम कहाँ पे है, राइट। तो ठंडी क्या नहीं है, कम हो गई है? So we will wait 1 minute. It is getting up, so may take 1 minute, half minute. So just we'll wait. Okay, so domain is up. I'm logging to this domain with the password, admin password, and then I'll make it the full screen. Log into this client machine as well. So I will type the password here to the Windows 10 operating system client. Half minute. Okay, so I logged into Windows 10 client machine. So we will see first whether IP address is correctly assigned to this machine or not first, right? So then we'll try to ping to domain controller. So whether ping is reachable, means communication happening or not. So we'll go step by step to troubleshoot. So in run, I am typing CMD. It will open the command prompt. CMD. This is CMD, right? So you will see this command prompt. So if you don't remember, still you can actually you're supposed to get here. They have given the PowerShell, or you can just search like CO command, something like that. You will get the pop-up. See command prompt. If you don't remember CMD, just you have to search it. Command something, you just put the keyword, so you will pop up this with the command prompt. So you can just click it and it will get it open. Normally on other operating system, they will give in the start menu only, like command prompt, but they have given the Windows PowerShell. This is also one type of the command prompt, but it is the next level to do the commanding and PowerShelling, all these things, right? So this is the one shell. So now we are in command prompt. So we will check first what is IP address for this client machine. So I can see dot triple one is the last, 192.168.0.111, right? So हेलो, हाँ ब्लॉग, हाँ बोल क्या, हाँ हाँ कर देता हूँ मैं अभी। हम्म, हम्म, हाँ ठीक है ठीक। मेरे को प्लान दे कौन सा है, मैं बुकिंग कर देता हूँ। हाँ कितने का प्लान है बता मेरे को, करता हूँ। ठीक है अभी मत बोल, मैं बुकिंग कर, मैं सेशन में हूँ, बाद में कर देता हूँ 12 बजे तक, ठीक है। ठीक है रख। हाँ हाँ। So we will see that you have the IP address, right? Uh, DNS one, DNS also 111, and this thing client machine also one. But I think we have our domain IP address is 110, 1110 DNS and domain controller IP address. So we'll see what is it. Command CMD will type in run CMD, just click it, so it will it will open. So I am typing IP config, so it's a 110, right? So we will check ping response whether reachable or not. One typing one ping and IP address 192.168.0.110, right? Right, it is not pingable. 192.110 is not pingable. Okay, so what is the reason we have to check? So one point I have to see here. Actually, this is a virtual network. So first of all, there is a virtual switch will be there. It is connected with the virtual switch, not a physical switch, right? So first I have to verify if it is in a virtual environment, then we have to verify both are in the same switch or not. So I can see here, we'll verify how they are connected. So settings, right? So this is the network card, right? It is showing internal virtual switch. Domain is connected to internal virtual switch, and I will check client machine is connected to which switch, right? So we'll verify for this part, then we'll go next part. See, this is the external virtual switch, so different switch, right? So that switch will be different. That's why it is not getting replied or communicating. So first point we will make on same switch. Okay, so I will change this to internal switch, same switch which is domain is running, right, are connected. So this one change we made. Then we'll now try to ping it. So we'll see whether we'll get response or not. Right, now I'm getting the response. One solution, I mean one issue resolved. So these both are on different switches. Yeah. That's why it was not communicated, because different switch means that connection will be not there in between. That's why it is not coming. Now we have connected on same switch. I have created a two switch. One is the internal communication, one is the external. So it will go to external network, like on internet, and all packet will be moved. Right. So now I have created or connected to on same switch in the internal switch. So now communication is started. So still I will see one some points. We'll check it. So I see some, I have observed some mistakes here. This is the DNS or IP address is the 192.168.0.111 we have given, but that is the 110 actually. That's all. So we have to correct it here. First of all, this one point we have to do. So I will change network icon, not okay, no issue. If a network icon is not visible, then you can just search in a network connection, something like that. You will find the network setting. So not a, you can see Ethernet setting. So you can just click it, right? Change adapter option, right? So I can see here Ethernet is there. I will right click properties, right? TCP IPv4 property, right? I will make it 0 here. I mean 1.110, 192.168.0.110 DNS. So now we'll try to ping this 192 is happening or not, right? So okay, so ping is happening. Now we will try again. So we'll see whether we will able to join this machine to domain or not. So we'll see, we'll go step by step. If still not happening, then we'll go for second step. So why it was not connecting. So this my, you have to click on this PC or my PC, my computer, different name will be there. You have to just right click on that, properties, right? So change setting, right? Here member, domain and group is there. So I have to select domain. What is my domain name? dgsol.in, right? So I am just clicking on it. We'll see what. So now I got the pop-up, right? So it is asking me, okay, you provide me the admin credentials, like administrator username and password. So we'll see whether we can able to join. I have provided credential. So minimum requirement is administrator credential or domain admin credential. We require to join the client machine to domain or Active Directory services, right? So I am clicking OK, then it will authenticate. We'll see whether credentials. Okay. So now it is telling me that okay, welcome to the Digisol.in domain. So it is accepted and it is joined to domain. Right. So now I'm clicking on OK. So it will tell me that you have to restart to take effect. Normally, some functions, some services will be take effect after reboot only, right? So it will reset the all setting. So may see it asking me to restart. So okay, fine, I will restart now. So now it will reboot and restart. So now that you can log into with the domain user. Like we have created one user like Aftab, right? So you can use that user to log in on this machine. So we'll see whether we will able to log in to that client machine or not. So it may take a half minute. So we will wait for it. Okay. So it is now logged in. So I will go to Action, Control Alt. I will click. If it is a physical machine, then just you have to Control Alt Delete. So then you will get the this prompt. So just we have to type your username and password. Now I am getting two options. One is the client, it is the local login, right? So now I have to use the domain, right? So I will click on other user. It will give, see here, that domain is automatically get prompted Digisol. Our domain is Digisol, right? So I am typing the username Aftab and password. We'll see whether okay, the name, username or password is I think .s is there. I believe we have modified it. Yeah, it is no password. Okay. So for will other will go to domain controller and will verify what is the correct username and password. Okay. Yes. Okay. So maybe password is wrong. So I will reset it. Password. Then we'll try again. FTAB dot yes. कुछ यहाँ पे कुछ तो कैपिटल चलता है, यही बराबर है राइट। ये एफ टी ए भी है ना, हाँ स्पेस है शायद यहाँ पे, दिख रहा है स्पेस है। देखो ये इस ऐसा, ये जो भी है ये आइडेंटिफाई करता है राइट। हमने स्पेस दिया है, वहाँ पे स्पेस नहीं दे रहे राइट, सो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज नॉट रिकॉग्नाइजिंग दैट अकाउंट। ठीक है, सो आई विल रिमूव दिस स्पेस, नहीं तो आई विल व्हाट आई विल डू, आई विल जस्ट रिमूव इट, yes itself, that I'll put the only uh, it is taking your full name, first name last name, right? So it will take a moment, so it will create the user profile. So first time we are logging, right? So it will come with the hi and welcome everything messages. So and also it will set your profile with the all application. If you have multiple applications, so it will take accordingly time. So it will prepare your desktop, documents, picture, folder, everything. So it may take 1 minute, half 1 minute. So see what is all steps it is taking. This might take several minutes. Okay, so it is saying almost there. So it means no. Okay, so you got your profile. So what are you making files folder? Then it will be saved to your this profile. So again, you are login. You will see that all files folders in your profile, desktop profile will be created, right? So now it means my account is working. I can able to log in. And domain, it means it network connect is working, my account authentication also happening. So we'll see the next step. So any resource if you provide or anything, then that access supposed to get this user. So we'll try that also. Before that, we will see uh, whether my DNS service is working or not properly. Actually, our DNS service should work properly. So I will tell you how to check it. So I like said run, go to run and cmd, type cmd, then command prompt, right? So what is the command for DNS? NSLOOK lookup. This is the command to check the resolution of the DNS server, right? So if you NS lookup. So if I type, so it will give me the result with my DNS server details. It will resolve it. So we'll see whether it is working or not, right? So see, it is giving me the IP address 192.160.0. Yes, it is correct IP address is correct, but it is not resolving the name. is supposed to resolve the name also. What is that? DNS server name, right? So we will check it why it is not working. This issue will fix, then we will go further. Okay. So we cannot do any much more on this client. We will log into domain controller where DNS service is running on domain controller, right? So here we will verify the settings. So first of all, I will check the IP address, whether IP address is correct assigned or not, right? Then we will go next step. So you can see IPv4 is 190.168.0.110, right? This is correct. Subnet mask is there. Default gateway don't require, you don't need internet. DNS, or you can see here something dot, some colon 1 is there, DNS. So this is not our DNS server IP, right? Our DNS server IP address is 192.168.0.110, correct IP. It is something wrong IP, so it is got from the loop back. It took automatically. So we will first correct it. This IP address we will correct here first. So go to network connection, Ethernet, right click.
Hello. 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 हाँ बोल. हाँ. ठीक है. हॉस्पिटल जाने वाले हैं ना भाभी ने. हाँ. ठीक है. यहाँ था मुस्तफा भाई बस.
Okay, so we go on to the network connection, then Ethernet card, right click it and properties here. So IPv version 4. So you can see here this is wrong actually. My DNS IP address is same, right? So we have to first change it. 192.168.0.110. Now we'll click on OK, then OK, then we can close this dialog box. We can close this also. So now we'll try whether it is updated or not. We have to verify, right? No, okay, yeah, now you can see, but still one this entry is there. So this also we have to correct it. Actually, it is not our IP address. So we will go again. So we'll see where that entry exists. Right click, change adapter setting, Ethernet, right click, property, TCP IPv4. Oh, sorry, this one. Okay, here I don't see that setting. Still we able to see in the result, right? So what I will do, this is the IP4. We will go to IP6 also. We'll see whether in that maybe is there, right? Yeah. See, you can see here, this is assigned here, right? So from there it is getting. So just I am closing, closing, right? So we'll now try whether it is corrected or not. Yes. So nothing else is there except our DNS or IP address. So it means now it is okay. So this we have to troubleshoot this way, step by step, right? So we'll try to understand, okay, where is their issue. If you go directly like top level only, but we can't understand, right? We have to go step by one step, second step, third, like that. So it is really you will get the success because you are going the proper in steps, right? If you break the steps, first step, second, then you go directly third without doing second, then it is difficult you to identify. Then again it will take more time. You have to start again from the first step. You don't know, right, whether issue is resolved or not. Right? So that's why we have to follow the proper way. Now I will do again this for cleaning the screen. Type the CLS so we can sorry, clean it. Now I will type the NS lookup, which resolve the DNS server details and server name. We'll see whether it will resolve or still it is not resolving. No issue. So what we will do, actually settings already updated, but maybe it is in the cache value, means stored value. Cache temper already it is stored, right? That setting. So that's supposed to flush, remove. So we can for either it will take some time to do update. Still we can have one more option. We can forcefully update it. There is an option. So first what I will do, I will flush it. I will remove the IP address from the command line. IP config flush DNS, flush DNS, flush DNS, right? Now it is the successful flush the DNS result. So what all cache information is resolved, I mean flushed or removed, deleted, you can say temporarily. Now again I will register it. So after that we will try whether it is getting resolved or not. We'll see the next step. If it is still not happening, then we'll see the next step. Okay. Okay. So it is telling me that registration of the DNS resource record for all adapter of the computer has been initiated. Any error will be reported. So it is already initiated. So we can check coming. So just we have to up arrow key. So we'll prompt the old commands as well. So still my record is not getting resolved. So what would be the issue? Now IP address I corrected, everything I corrected, still not resolving. So this is a DNS service. So we will see by opening the DNS on a console. Maybe some issue in that whether service started or not. We've done the IP details, everything, right? So now where our service is running, in that part we have to check now, right? So we have done all other steps. So we have to go to the DNS server console. So you can go to the server manager, your tools. So this is my DNS console. So I'll click on this, right? So this is my DNS server console, right? This is my server name, domain-pune. My, right, you can see digisol.in, right? So is created. So you can see this is the like Active users and computers, same type. It is the one DNS server console. So you can see the all details. You can see here it is registered, domain Pune is registered. IP address, what is IP address? What, right? So I like told you that the DNS server work is only resolving the IP address to host name to IP address, right? So reverse. If you have the host name, you don't know the IP address, then just you to type the host name, then you'll know the IP address. If you know the IP address, then you can resolve to host name, like vice versa. So we'll see that example. Domain name Pune host is and we added the client 10, one client machine. This record, this all we learn what is the type records, like forward lookup zone, reverse lookup. We learn in this DNS model. Different model is there. We'll learn in that. So he just will try to understand what are the records here. So this is also added. That IP address is 192.160.11. So right. So now these, I believe everything is fine, right? So in DNS we have the two zones. One is the forward lookup zone. One is the reverse lookup zone. We'll learn that. So here reverse lookup zone will not be added automatically because due to security reasons. I will tell you why. Like I said, it resolves the host name. Host name means computer name to IP address. IP address to host name, right? So it resolves the reverse lookup. It will reverse. It will IP address to host name. So that option is not required to our organization. or anybody normally. That option, if you not created, if you are not configured, still it will work your DNS server. If you want, you can still manually create for your organization, but by default it is not created. So what I will do, I will do create here this zone, right? So I will cover in DNS module also. Here just you see the right. So here there is a types of zones: primary zone, secondary zone, and stub zone. So I will explain this. Now this is our primary zone only because we have the single DNS server and also it is integrated with the Active Directory services. So it is our primary zone. Primary means first, right? So like that. So here I have select the store the zone in Active Directory available only if DNS. So I will select this check mark, store the zone in Active Directory because we are running DNS on this Active Directory services. That's why this option is coming. If I am running on another server, so this option will not come, right? So it is recommended to integrate with the Active Directory. So clicking on it. So it is asking me to all DNS are running on domain controller in this way. Yes. So what all domain controller running on this digisol.in domain, though that will be created for this scope means replication. Data will be reflected to that domain as well. Next I will create. So here we are getting the option IPv4 or IP6. So still we are using the IPv4. That's why I am selecting IPv4 only, not a 6. Click right. So now I am clicking 60.0, then that other automatically will be created, right? Allow only security dynamic, yes. So it updates will be how we have allow, that is given me recommended for activity. So we have to allow. Dynamic means automatically I will update. Any data record is deleted, then automatically updated. Any record is added, automatically updated, like that. No need to do any manual work. So automatic. Dynamic means automatically update. So I am clicking next, right? So this is the details reverse, right? So we have created the, right? So this automatically it is added. This is the name, so right? So okay. So normally in DNS server we will have the forward lookup zone, reverse lookup zone. Two zones will be there. So we will explain this in that module. So in time being, so we will try whether actually everything is working, but I think it will taking some time. So we'll try whether still we can able to resolve or not, or still we're giving the error. NS lookup. Okay, so it taking some time to resolve. So what I will do, I will reboot this domain controller. So all service will be rebooted, restarted. Better doing one steps. All things are okay. No need to do any more troubleshooting. Just we will first reboot, then service like DNS service, everything will be restarted again. So that might resolve issue. So just I will reboot it. Command prompt shut down -R, right? So then it will this will be rebooted. This is shortcut shutdown -R, or we can go via the command graphical user interface. Also there is a restart, right? So let it reboot it. So it may take 1 minute. Restarting. Okay, now it is up. Go to Action tab, Control Alt Delete. I'll type the credential, admin credential. Right. So I'll make it a full screen. So we'll see in tools the DNS is able to open console or not. So it means, so if that is opening, then we'll see the DNS server will be service is working on this computer or server. Open DNS, right? So it is showing me DNS is running, status is running, right? So sure. Then we'll try to check again via command line. I will go in a run, type the CMD, open the command prompt, right? So what is the command? It is the NS lookup, right? So I will type it. We'll see whether still it is showing me the unknown, right? So 1 minute, I am type 192.168.0.110. Okay. So what is my uh, computer name? Domain hyphen Pune dot. So we'll see this will resolve or not, right? So then we will come to know, okay, it is running or not. Means this DNS server will resolving my query or not. Domain, because DNS server work is just to resolve the host name to IP address, means computer name to IP address to host name, vice versa. Domain hyphen Pune dot DG or DG solve dot in. So yeah, it is getting resolved, but address is coming unknown. So I will rectify that. So here it means my DNS is working, but only the server is not recording because we don't see record in reverse lookup zone. See, you see this record here. Means I typing. This is my domain name, right? This is IP address, right? I see here this. But when I typing the IP address, but it is not resolving because that work is done by this reverse lookup zone. It will reversely lookup, means when I put the IP address, it will resolve to host name. In forward lookup zone, I will type the host name, it will resolve to IP address, right? So here I don't see any record for that. Do you see? No. So what we will do, we will create a one record, then we'll check. New pointer, right? This is here. I will select the host name. So I will create this domain -Pune, my domain control, right? Right. So see here, this automatically displayed 192.168.0.110, right? So the name also same, domain-Pune digisol dot is also correct. So I will update it. I can see here this record is created. In this record, it is a pointer. A reverse lookup we called as a pointer. In for lookup, we called as a host area. This will cover in the DNS module also. So now we'll try resolving. Earlier when I put the IP address, it is not resolving, right? So I will now type the IP address, then we'll see whether it will resolve or not. 192.0.110. Yes, it is resolving, right? It is now resolving, but the problem is server is showing me the unknown, so may take some time more. So it will come. This server supposed to show me domain-Pune digisol dot here, but query is getting resolved, but server is showing unknown, but that also it will resolve. Actually, it will take some time. Now you can see now it is updated. At typing, so it is giving me my domain service name, domain-Pune digisol dot in. Got it. So now DNS server work is host name to IP address to host name, vice versa. So now I type domain-Pune. It's supposed to show me the IP address, right? It is showing. If I type the IP address, it will show me the host name. If suppose I know the IP address but I don't know the host name, so I can check this way. So you can resolve it. And that client machine also we can verify. Client 10, there is something client 10. I don't need this machine IP address, right? I can client 10, I can type it, then I will see I can get this machine. Got it? So this is the way how it resolves. It is query resolving. DNS or working only just to resolve the query, right? So we'll go more in DNS related in the DNS console, but just the time being I have shown you how this DNS will work. Right. So today we'll stop here. Tomorrow again we will continue.